Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch 54.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey! Gone. You gotta get that. Check smooth. Check hot route. Hey, Sam off. Check 4.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll set up a throw. He completes this one to Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready. Blue ready. Green, triple T.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. Oh, he's thinking ends, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Shit. Protein spill. 5.
2nd and 3. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Second interception for him now here this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Hey, check Mike 57. Wait. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check.
Greystone, Travis. Ready.
2nd and 1. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready. White 25. I'm out. You better bring it.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, Alpha! Hit it!
Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cut! 45's the mic! 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
Go.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get hands.
Hey, Echo.
45. Mike, 45.
Leak River.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Shoot.
Now back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
218, chopper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 2nd and 10, Winston throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jameis again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defense wins championships, baby. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bucs' 47-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Any day. 45.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 45. Hey, check Mike, 45.
Be careful.
Back to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's got room. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
57 to Mike. Down to lose 1.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go,
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And going deep for Hill. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yo, go.
Check. 45's the mic. Bring it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on second and a couple.
I'm going to run you over.
Hey, watch that. Hey, Zoo. Mike, 54.
Second and 2. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mike 54.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 54. Mike's 54.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First down and goal to go at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. It's second and goal at the 6-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. Gay's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. He'll buy some time right. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Ready, Mike 25. Focus defense, come on. Connect.
Winston now to throw on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that's what I do. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Watch it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1.
Watch the pass. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
Double time. Even. 4 down. Even.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Easy. Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? Blue lady. 3, triple T. Here we go. 57. Here we go.
From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
On 1st down, Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. General West. Smooth. Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Devin White with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Rock it.
Shift.
Let go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready. Black 25.
49.
Easy. Let's get in that house.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Everyone got 4 down.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Winston. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
There we go.
3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Watch QB drop. Check 3.
Look at me. Just get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Out, 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 out. Screen, privacy.
Jameis to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw here. Gets this one to Hill. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Look, screens.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Yes, yes. Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, defense.
Deep river,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Get that quarterback at all costs. He's checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream, one you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Entering pause screen, resume. Entering cancel clock of playing for resume online game.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Buccaneers 40, Jets 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Cameron. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Entering XP feedback screen, you have 26 options. Game day goals is selected.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause I like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep it score.
Entering player upgrades screen, you have 38 options. Entering franchise hub. The doc score is options. Things to do, you have a team adjust my team. Member league standings. Entering NFL rank 2. AF rank 1. NF rank 2. AF rank 1. NF rank 2. Rank 10. Rank 12. Rank 14. Rank 12. Entering franchise hub screen standings. Members league. Transfer schedule. Members. Play to win league. Create my team. Team unit. You got score is selected. Player stats. Entering docs score screen for rows 14 columns left filter both right filter passing undefined. Rush team name. Longest run 6. Rushing fumble. Rushing fumbles 1. Entering franchise hub screen things to do.
a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league.
New message, restore start is selected.
But if you do, come and get some.
Scout cop, upgrade players.
But you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so
Advanced
hard.
week,
My team is legit.
upgrade player, scout cop, player, new weekly awards.
Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard,
New
I can never
message,
play
restore
soft.
start
Giant in New
is
York, I run
selected.
it back like Saquon.
Entering, warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise mode? No.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh,
Team adjust lineup.
Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash.
Members, you have 20. Leave.
I will not crash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash.
News.
Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash.
Entering, screen, filter. You have 3 options. Talk, stories, 88 is selected.
When I tackle like damager, they react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash, honey, yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard
store is 13.
Man, when it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When a check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When a check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep where you from, where your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, engine drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill.
Entering franchise hub screen news.
Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill?
Members, you have 20. Damon B10 is selected. Fifth, OUDT, Big Blue 1009 is selected. O_GTA Z11 is selected. AATrell Street Runner is selected. Team adjust lineup. Things to do, you have 8 options. Budox score is selected. Options, league news, stats, members, MISFID